Do you hate it when you get hot and then you, progressively get like more flushy and then you like, you have to try and tell yourself you're not hot?
I just start to get angry. Like, uncontrollably angry.
Yeah. That's it, mate. Take a second, have a few chug. A bit of caffeine.
Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 25 of the Golf Supply podcast. The number one golf podcast in the world, for those who wasn't aware. I just want to take a second to wish everyone that they enjoy this episode, whether you be listening to it whilst driving somewhere, watching it at home, sneaking off into the toilets at work, wherever it might be that you're going to indulge in this podcast. I hope you sit down, get a bit of time to yourself and enjoy it.
That was positive.
Yeah, just thought I'd start on a positive note. Yeah.
Is that to try and counteract the anger?
I think so, yeah.
It's a milestone for us. We started a while ago now and said it was another sort of string to the bow we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We're a quarter to the way to 100. I would like to get to 100 some point in the near future.
I need to get some guests on again soon.
Yeah.
I've really struggled. I don't know why.
Well, we got Craig coming on soon.
Yeah, we have. That will be a good podcast. I've really struggled. Well, we've really struggled as a channel, I think, over the past. I know we had Richie on for the podcast, but he's like one of the Golf Supply Golf Club boys and one of our boys, so feels like less of a guest. But I feel like we've really like slowed down. We went through a stage, didn't we, where we were getting people on for ballers and collabing with people, this and that, and it's like, for whatever reason, I can't really put my finger on it.
So a lot of it's to do with like outreach on it. Like, I don't think we've put much time aside to go, right, hey, who do we want on?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we
need to, though, because we're peak summer now.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I just feel like we've just got very like 5 o'clock, do this. Like, so we just maybe this is a kick up the arse you wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe, we jump on a call one day next week in the evening and we're like, right, who does sort of play golf, and we have a little conversation about that. Or if you're listening.
Trump can't be that busy at the minute.
No, well, I've tried.
Yeah. You have reached out?
Yeah, he hasn't replied.
No. I might be busy then, to be
fair.
So
I'll just go down the pecking order. I think his granddaughter plays, so we could probably do a collab.
Yeah, that would work. Touching on that, collabing, and like, it's obviously good for, you get like cool guests on. Our videos get more views, they get more eyes, more people are more inclined to click on it. Use the Madison Invitational, for example. That's on like 50 odd thousand, which is double and a bit more than what our normal video would be. Yeah. And ultimately, it's just still me playing 18 holes.
It's just different content, though. It's different content. It's cool content. I think it's like breaks it up, diversifies.
Yeah, but the reason I said that was because I can't put my finger on why. So if you haven't watched it, we done a video with our good friend Richard Sales. You might have seen him on our podcast. You might have seen him from TikTok. He's got a massive following. The guy reacts to stuff. Quite a funny bloke. We done like a Krispy Kreme eating donut challenge with him. And it's a little bit left field to what we usually do on our channel, but we're not opposed to doing it. We enjoy it. It's actually quite fun.
Well, it's lighthearted. It's not as like
intense.
Yeah. And like, it's just more lighthearted and blokes having fun playing the game and doing something else.
And you'd think it's very YouTube friendly.
Yeah.
For stuff that usually does well in every niche.
Well, we're YouTube consumers, aren't we?
Yeah. And if you watch gym people, they would do something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Golf channels have done it. Just
like every channel.
Yeah, I just think every channel across, whether it be travel vloggers, fitness people, sports people, whoever it might be, it's just a very YouTube friendly format. Because it's the way that, the way that we think the YouTube algorithm works, which is like widely regarded as how it works. Your video will get put out onto the recommended page to say 500 people. The amount of people that click on that video will then determine, and for the amount of watch time they watch on that, maybe the first 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever it might be in the intro, that will then determine if it's going to push it out to another 500 people or another 2,000 people. If it sends it out to another 2,000 people, this is obviously just rough numbers, but if it gets a good response, a good click rate, etc., from them 2,000 people, then it's going to get pushed out more and more and more. And that's how our subscriber base of 41 something thousand now, maybe 10,000 or 12,000 of them views on our 20,000 videos are from our subscriber base, clicking on our videos or searching and watching. And really, the virality performance, I don't think that's how you say it, is determined by the recommended page and people just deciding to click on your video that they haven't, certainly when you're our size.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know we've bashed heads about it quite a bit, but we are struggling to understand, and it sounds maybe egotistical or, I don't know, like, why has that video done so badly? Thumbnail was good. Well, in my opinion, title was really clickable, like with the Guinness World Record and the can we eat 100 Krispy Kreme donuts. I just can't quite put my finger on why. Maybe is it because our audience don't want to watch it? So less of them watch, which then affects
so maybe it's like if less of your own audience watches it, then they think if your own audience aren't watching it, then the wider audience aren't going to watch it. Because I actually I found the other day, and weirdly enough, Bob Does Sport before have done can we eat a dozen donuts in 9 holes each, which is just fucking light work. Then they actually last night
I see you put it in the
put
group.
up another one saying can we eat 36 donuts in 9 holes of golf. Isn't it weird that was last night they put it up, but redone it. Firstly, I would like to say me and Ash alone would destroy them at both the golf score and the donut score. If you really had to push on, and I really had to push on, we would do 36 between us. And if I don't know if I haven't watched it.
Well, we've done 34 between us.
This is what I'm saying.
And I could have eaten a couple more, for sure.
Well, if everybody, like the competitive, so the reason you probably fought and fall, if Rich ain't doing it, and then when you both won, I was like, well, I'm not eating anymore. So it's like, if they're eating.
And our target, and because there was so many donuts left and we're so behind our shot target, then I was just like, what's the fucking point?
Whereas, like, if we're looking at them,
yeah,
and they're eating, we would just eat.
I'd just keep throwing up and keep eating them.
But what I'm basically saying is, us, the golf supply, would destroy Bob Does Sport at all aspects and formats within that golf video and this style of video. Yeah, they put. I mean, look, listen.
They're Bob Does Sport, so Lewis and we're not glossing over that.
Yeah, 100%. They're they can just do anything in the golf space. Their audience is just really light-hearted. They can pretty much do everything. I think we're based a little bit more around like core golfy-esque.
Yeah.
So maybe it didn't hit.
It's strange though.
It's not the end of weird and wonderful challenges. I'm sure we'll think of saying. I think it's a really good idea. Give it a go. Have the same chat. Put it to bed for a while, and then think, oh, this is a good idea. We'll do this one, and then. But it won't be next month. No,
I really thought the Krispy Kreme. Hello, Robe. My dog's just entered the podcast studio. You getting up? You coming up? You coming up, girl? Say hello to Westy. Hello, mate.
Oh, sorry, you can't put your paws on this.
No, you can't put your paws on. We'll touch on that in a minute.
That's it. Just sit
Robe,
down.
just sit down.
Sit down. It'd be nice, really. That's it. That's it, doggy. Pat, pat, pat.
That's it, Robe.
She likes it when I pat her head, doesn't she? Pat,
yeah,
pat,
she
pat.
loves a pat, pat, pat. Yeah, I don't know. I expected. Well, not expected. I hoped for quite a bit more from that video because I thought the graphics that we done on it was quite cool and it was quite well timed. And you obviously Trojaned through 20 fucking donuts, which is just ridiculous on its own.
I just think as a YouTube consumer, I just hoped it may have popped off,
and it didn't.
No, it happens. Flopped. It didn't take us much time. I wrote us off for the evening, but it didn't take us much time. It wasn't much effort.
No, it was only 160 quid on donuts as well, which we'll never get back.
Never financially recover from.
No, pretty much.
No. Talking about not financially recover from things, I've written something else down here.
Go on.
And we filmed yesterday at Hollingwell. Fortunate and lucky to
this is
be able to go up there.
Could you tell I was low-key angry or not? I tried to take it well. But
yeah, I mean, anger has to be something where... But there's just nothing we can do in that situation. So we're not going to get anywhere being angry.
That was mine,
if there's something that can be done, then it maybe warrants like an But regardless, so we turn up to Hollingwell, 18th in England, 44th in the entire UK. Bearing in mind, Scotland and Ireland courses already pencil the top 20-25. So it's a pretty highly rated course, and as you all already know,
and give them a bit more there. It's to further iterate what Westy's saying. It still has a female clubhouse. It still has...
It's tucked away.
It's super traditional Hollingwell.
Yes. Wasn't very many young visitors and or members.
Which I'm not... I mean, the female clubhouse thing I'm against. But I'm not against the super old traditional...
No, like...
it's not...
Old interior. It's got the old rules.
Yeah. Then it's not an environment I want to be around every single day. But I like that there is still clubs like that.
It's very traditional.
Yeah.
Like their scorecard is literally like
paper.
Well, I love it, but it's paper and it hasn't got no photos, no colour to it. No. It's like old bitty card. You get the picture. Me and Ash tip up, and I didn't actually pay any attention, nor do I actually even realise what shorts Will was wearing, and I picked him up the whole way because I haven't it's not something I would check. I said, "Oh, can you boys go and pick up the buggies from the pro shop?" Ash has just turned up. I'm getting my golf bag out. They come wandering back up, their tails in between their legs, which is when you already know something's gone wrong.
Yeah. Were they in there a while as well?
Well, I had to really push them to even get to the pro shop because you know out there like Will should be better. He plays golf all the time. It's not that big of a thing going to the pro shop.
No.
And anyway, come back and they go. Jake goes, I can't go on the course. Why? I'm in jean shorts. And he come back. Well, he's dressed as John Cena on the day, and he was dressed. Look, listen, JK doesn't play golf. He was dressed as per like.
He was just like Jake.
Yeah,
like he does for every single shoot.
Will come back, and it was only at that point when Will said, "No, me either." I mean, I took one look at him. He was wearing a Manners polo, which he had tumble dried probably 700 times. It was up to his snail trail. He was wearing discoloured 2006 Manchester United shorts, and Travis Scott, like the outfit in itself, it's criminal. Like, it's criminal that he'd even chose to wear that day.
He looked like exactly like when you're weaving down to the polo when you're at school and someone forgot their PE kit and they have to go into the shitty PE bin to get out their clothes.
Shame on you, Will. You've played. You're of a good background. You went to private school.
Yeah.
You play cricket.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is all amounting as to why you were dressed a bit like a div, really. This isn't really an argument for.
The argument against Will is he plays more golf than anyone I know.
And he's traditional.
He's very traditional. Yeah. FootJoy premieres, like baggy chino
like
trousers. Doesn't like unsmart attire at all. Very, very Cheltenham-esque kind of guy. To turn up at Hollingwell, knowing full well, because he'd looked up the course to see a little bit about it, and he knows Hollingwell. To turn up literally dressed like you've lost your PE kit is unforgivable.
I've never seen them shorts.
No, me neither.
I've seen pretty much everything Will has got to own his wardrobe. I've never in my life seen them shorts. So shout out Will, shout out what the hell. So I then continue. I think I went to the toilet. I come back and Ash is in the pro shop with him, and I'm like, oh, I'll pop in. I was like, what are you doing up here? And these boys obviously have to now get golf shorts. Well, they're not going to get golf shorts. So now, not only are we not going to financially recover from donuts, we're now £120 down on Adidas shorts, in which no discredit to Adidas, but we wear Manners shorts and stuff. So
I might, but well, they're shit stained now. And to add on to that as well, I spent £120 on these shorts. Well, sorry, we spent £120 out of the golf supply account on these shorts. Just so we could get on the golf course and not ruin a 6-hour round trip, and we could film the video that we'd intended to film. We hadn't even started the round of golf on the first tee, and Will gets out the buggy, walks around, and it looked like he'd shit himself.
Yeah,
he had mud all down the back of his shorts. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly wouldn't have minded when we was out because he gets in the bushes and that's fine. But he'd battered them before. I don't know what he'd done.
No.
Yeah,
just...
And I mean the ones that I bought for Jake to wear, that I just got them because they were only 32 waist, and if anything else it would have hung off of him like a skirt. But I'll never wear them. The weirdest.
Yeah,
it's the worst £120 I've ever spent. I think it's got to be up there.
Yeah, 100% worse than the donuts.
Yeah, I got some enjoyment out of the donuts.
It's the worst financial decision the golf supply has probably made in 4 years.
Yeah, it was rough.
No,
I come back in. I tried to, and the bloke who was in the pro shop who served us was still always shutting up the pro shop.
Waiting for the buggies.
And I said, got a couple pairs of shorts, but I don't think I want to keep them. I just want to find funny. He didn't really find it funny.
Nah.
The humour was lost on him. But yeah, so that's 150 quid down on donuts, 120 down on shorts. The GS are 270 in the hole of cash that we're never ever going to see again.
No.
So like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Staying on the topic of clothing, and you hear us talk about it quite a lot in our content now, and we mention it on the podcast, but now would be, if you're not already, now would be an extremely good time to join the Golf Supply Golf Club if you haven't already, and for a magnitude of reasons. One, we've got our club championship that's coming up in September at Forest of Arden. It looks like there's only going to be about 100 spaces rather than the initial planned 150.
It's capped at 120 now.
It's capped at 120.
So we've had to drag it down from 150 to 120.
Okay.
We definitely want Arden over the other locations we've pondered. I would agree. I think
I want Arden as a venue in general, to be honest.
So we have to pull it down by 30, which, listen, okay, not ideal, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
Not really, no.
Here's what it is. 30 of you, so fingers on the buzzers. It looks to me like next week we'll have a link for that. So that will go out to the club. How long are we going to give them before it maybe
It'll be a week
out?
Or two for people to like get their deposits down and stuff.
So we'll call it 14 days within the club before and then
out to general public. Yeah. So if you're wanting to attend the golf day, and just as like a provisional, we won't go through everything, but we've got golf holidays to be won. We've got full sets of clubs. We've got mini drivers. We've got 7 woods. We've got rounds of golf at very prestigious golf courses that you could probably guess. Me and Westy have played a lot of them. Rounds of golf at those golf courses hosted by us to be won. We've got loads of different activations on the day. One thing I think, if anyone's attended a Golf Supply golf day before, is we do tend to go a bit overboard with. Go on.
No, you go.
I was just going to say we do tend to go like overboard on the amount of stuff that we actually make available for people to win on the day with like prizes and stuff. So if you haven't been, or if you're wanting to come to our big club championship, which is going to be the biggest golf day we've ever put on, all the bells, all the whistles, and you don't want to miss out on that. Like Westy said, it's gone down to 120 players now, so it's going to be even harder to get your tickets and get in. So being in the golf club as number one over the month of July and August is almost arguably probably going to guarantee you your spot in being able to come.
Well, 118, because you fucking best believe we're fucking entering.
Oh, yeah, 118.
So you better fucking believe you're damn straight, and I'll fancy a holiday. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So that was reason one.
Yeah. Go on. You go on to
reason two. There's a couple of clues and hints in this video. Keen eye viewers would have seen it already. The old Golf Supply Golf Club has officially, a week or so after this podcast comes out, I'm not going to give a date, we would have properly launched an apparel collection, or collection one of our apparel line, and accessories as well. So the Jones collaboration bags that you might have seen on Instagram, they're going live within literally a week or so of this podcast coming out. They're coming out on launch day along with all of the apparel and the accessories. We've got towels, we've got hoodies, we've got t-shirts, we've got an array of hats, which I think all absolutely kill it. This one I've got on here is your standard sort of like tech hat, which is popular now.
I think that's actually 13 hats. As in like 3 styles.
Yeah.
And 13 different colours. So technically 13 different
hats to choose from.
Which is pretty fucking
good. And there'll be like 15 different t-shirts when you go through all the colour ranges and stuff.
Yeah, possibly more.
Probably about 6 or 7 hoodies. 4 different towel options.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we've got.
We didn't practice this podcast. This is live.
Yeah, but we've got our full apparel collection one, and it's something that we're going to be sticking with now. So it's actually properly set up as a business as such, if you like, where we're going to be bringing out collections of clothing with the long-term goal to actually move into on-course stuff. But we're going to start off with lifestyle and apparel. We've got a ton of ideas. I think we've got some really cool stuff that we want to sort of bring out and make available for people to buy first. These hats, and the hats are obviously on-course suitable with the towels, and the rest of the stuff's probably range and lifestyle stuff for now. But again, whenever the launch date is, you'll start to see some stuff coming out over Instagram over the next probably week and a half. But whenever the launch day is, Golf Supply Golf Club members have early access onto the site to be able to pick up all of the bits that they want. So that would be reason number 2 for becoming a Golf Supply Golf Club member.
Which is stuff we're proud of as well. It's been like back and forward. We just literally had the measuring tape out about 45 minutes ago. Yeah. Sending pictures off to the team, sorting it out. And yeah, like to touch on the golf day, I think we try and, well, it's similar with merch. We trying to do a golf day that we would fucking love to attend, and merch that genuinely we would wear every single piece of. I know that sounds silly, but like, I would never want. I know, like, and most people say I would never sell something I wouldn't want to wear. That's a complete lie. But we genuinely, like, everything we've got, you'll see us. We'll be wearing it in going forward now.
Yeah, and I think maybe to better phrase that is we've obviously brought out limited drops of stuff before, like a one-off t-shirt design in a few different colours, or we've done the hoodies ages ago as a one-off thing, and they were very much merch. But what we're making now is not, our apparel collection is not merchandise. It's not, Golf Supply Golf Club is the name of the apparel. It's the brand that you'll be wearing and buying, hopefully. So all of the designs that you're going to see, like, you can maybe pause the video and punch in on the hat, or they're all got their own individual design aspect within the collection. So you've got some of the stuff that I'm wearing, some of the stuff that Westy's wearing is a completely different design aspect within the collection. It's not, because I'm really not a fan of, and this is not a dig in the slightest. I mean, I digged out because I thought the merchandise was shit with Rick Shields, but I'm not and I know you're not as well. I'm not someone who would wear someone else's merchandise as such.
Yeah.
Like merchy. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like if you bring out, like think of Cole Buxton.
Yeah.
It's a clothing brand. It's his name. It's him, but it's a brand.
Yeah.
I feel like Rick Shields really went down the line. It sounds like I'm bashing him again. I'm really not. It's the only example I've actually got to the top of my head. It was very much his RS logo, which is his YouTube logo, his name or a phrase that he uses or coined or something. Very, very leaned into like the Rick Shields merchandise.
Well, it's not like a continued drop, is it?
No,
it's like he'll come up with a small gathering of some, like an idea of like this colour t-shirt, this, and we drop this, and then maybe I might do something else in 13 months time or 16 months time. This is going to be like more regimented and forward planned, and it will come out as like collections that have got like a meaning behind, and there'll be different colourways of each design, and then in like X amount of months time there'll be the next drop and the next drop. It's not like a random segment, like random capsules that just pop up here and there, or like on course we say like a saying and then we like build something around that. It's just going to be like continuous capsules and try and just, again, we always say diversify our portfolio, if you will,
of stuff that we'd wear.
I think I'm like we're both really excited for it. Really,
I'm actually proud of like what we've come up with as well for this. It actually feels like a real collection of a spring summer collection. I know we've got a couple of hoodies on there, which we just want to get out anyway, because I think I buy hoodies all year round anyway. For evenings and stuff, and we're obviously fans of like wearing hoodies ourselves. But I think what we've done, and hopefully you'll feel the same when it comes out and you see it. I think the first drop of this, the first capsule of this collection in this new sort of apparel company, I think we've done really well. Like the quality of this, everyone says this when you bring out your own shit, so it sounds fucking very cliche, but me and Westy thankfully have a very, very similar eye to how we want a t-shirt to fit, how we want a hoodie to fit, how we want a hat to fit. We wear differentiating styles of hats, so Westy goes more down the trucker line, I go more down the 5-panel or tech hat line, but we have the similar agreement on how we like things to sit, what materials we like. Everyone went for a real big stage of like everything has to be 240 GSM, which is like the heaviest t-shirts ever. We don't really think that anymore. Like the super like you don't have to be super heavy anymore. It can be like so we're very on the same page with what we believe to be nice looking, nice feeling, and genuinely, I mean, like,
well, I would say as well, like I would say that we believe that we have got enough within ourselves to picture something that's good and bring it to life, and some, like we always say, like you either can understand like some form of aesthetic or not, and a lot of people ask us where we got this from or where we got that when we're just wearing on course stuff. So like I see it as like a genuine compliment. Like if someone's saying, where'd you get that from? It must look good, or it's a good choice. I've picked something good off a website. So just trying to regurgitate that and hopefully like create something that people will like, that we like, and
And a bit of like a fun fact, I was saying to like the team that we've worked with to sort of get this over the line and or actually launched. And I mean, I've said it to you loads of times. The reason our channel, this brand, is called the Golf Supply is because when I first started this, always had the idea of going into clothing. And I think if you're wearing a golf lifestyle brand like your Malbon or like your thingy, Golf Supply sounds like a clothing brand.
Yeah, well, someone said that to us once of an equipment brand. Didn't
they did. Yeah, it's quite a good name. Golf Supply Golf Club. It's like antisocial social club or country club adjacent or whatever it is. It's got a really nice non-merchy, non-cheesy sound to. I personally think anyway, to if you was to go buy a GSGC top or a Golf Supply Golf Club hat or whatever it might be, it doesn't sound like a YouTube channel. It doesn't sound, unless you know us. It has its own. The Golf Supply Golf Club is obviously the club that we've set up, but as part of that umbrella, it's also our apparel line and accessory line now, which will be coming out literally in a matter of weeks now, and I'm fucking buzzing. I'm just buzzing to be able to like. I don't like having all the stuff and not being able to show it.
Yeah, I think it is exciting. It's just cool, and it's something to get excited about, and just something to, like you say, just progress with, and it's just I don't know, something cool.
And to build on.
I
think we're builders. I think we like.
We're not gatherers.
No, we're not.
We're more hunters.
Yeah.
But like I think, something you are right. Maybe we're hunter builders.
Yeah.
Builder hunters.
Yeah.
building the spears.
Yeah.
We're not like gathering.
No. We're probably not hunting either. We're like building for the hunters.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to not be a hunter in the tribe, would you?
If I could avoid it.
I know, but the gatherers were like beta
No, I wouldn't want to be a gatherer.
Do you want to be like a...
No, the gatherers are
You want to be like a...
I want to be in between.
What's that? Is that a Sigma?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds shit as well.
I think...
I
might just say I'm going to be a hunter.
Yeah, okay, you could be a hunter. If I had the choice, I would probably say I'd like to sit somewhere in between them. I wouldn't want to be known as...
Sounds to me like you're putting your name in the hat for tribe leader. It sounds to me like everybody should probably be questioning you. No,
maybe I'd be like, I don't know, like HR in the middle.
Yeah.
Or something.
Sounds to me like everyone around the fire tonight should really be looking at you. That's what it sounds like. Oh, where's Ash? Because everyone knows we gather around the fire at 8. Oh, he's over there. Is he getting together some of that wheat? What's he doing with that wheat? They're the questions we should be asking, realistically.
Yeah, well, how the fuck?
He doesn't want to go out with the hunters.
Right, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
No, but on that, I think we both sometimes do a bit too much, like we spread ourselves a bit too thinly because we have all of these ventures that we want to do and put effort into and that. But this one is something that, like our YouTube channel, like our Instagram, like the golf club itself, like we are 100% in on now. Like this is it. I'll supply golf club apparel and accessories and everything else is there. And I'm really excited for it to launch and go out and see how it's received. And then I'm excited to be designing our second collection of stuff to drop for sort of like autumn winter. And then it's just I don't know.
Well, it's cool, isn't it? Like we launched the golf club and it exceeded our expectations, and it's so cool. And it's like
still growing as well, which is like fucking.
It's just so funny, that club. Like I say, people meeting up every single day. It's just chatting all the time, and we can drop them teasers and we can get initial feedback. We chat in there most days, most nights. But so the golf club done good, and it's almost like good to drop stuff in there, and I'm excited for them to all see it, because like now I feel like I know loads of these boys. We've met up twice at big golf days, played with them away from golf days, so like their opinions now actually like just mean a lot.
100%.
Because it's like a personal level now that we know them.
Well, I feel like they're like the golf, like all of the boys in the golf club and a couple of girls, not to exclude them, don't want to be like Hollingwell, but they're almost like our direct point of contact audience now. Yeah. So they're comfortable enough with us, and we're comfortable enough with them that they'll tell us exactly how it is.
They seem to be very comfortable.
I would
agree.
But it's actually nice when you think about it that way. We've got 350 people in there that will critique our content. We'll tell if something's good, if something's bad, and we can all talk and discuss. And it's actually really helpful. Like they'll be watching that going, "Oh, shut the fuck up, Ashton."
No, but it is true.
It is true.
It's an audience which you can literally it's a group chat.
Yeah.
Effectively, everything else that's going on, it's a group chat. But so with that and the golf day coming up is really exciting. The golf day, like we said, we sat down and planned it briefly like 2-3 weeks ago, and like the ideas just kept spawning.
Yeah.
Let's speak to these, let's speak to this company, let's speak to this sponsor. And like now we've created this, like I think it'll personally be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Pairs competition over 2 days. Sick.
One night stay.
I think it'll be like again, like everyone seemed super happy when we put that in the group. So yeah, excited for that. So the merch will go out. The link to that will be coming out soon. So you are correct. What a time to be a golf club.
And then the last one I was going to say is we do, as members will know, non-members might not know, we do a monthly giveaway every single month in the golf club. And for this month...
That was funny this month, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was funny. But for this month, we are giving away, and they're limited to 100 pieces, the Golf Supply Golf Club Jones collaboration golf bags. Now, we've released a couple of snippets onto Instagram. If you've seen them, hopefully you'll agree. We've got loads of different, well, not loads, we've got 5 or 6 different colour options coming in them. We teased the white one, like the pinstripe white one, which looks absolutely incredible.
It looks a lot better in person. It looked good online.
Yeah.
It looked good in the emails and the pictures. Then when I saw it in person, I was
it is fucking good.
Yeah.
But that is the month of July's giveaway. And then going into August, we're probably going to have back to some golf equipment, either golf clubs or some other bits, but there's also going to be some GSGC apparel and stuff available in the August giveaway as well. So if you want to join the golf club, it's £10 a month. The link to our Patreon is in the description to this video. You can head over there. You can cancel it whenever you want. But if you want to be involved and be one of, I think there's about 370 odd people because the free members not. If you want to have a 1 in 370 odd chance at winning a Jones bag for a tenner and you just want to sign up for the giveaway, then hopefully when you're in there you'll stick around. But that's just another reason why it's probably a good time to sign up.
I would agree.
Because them bags are going to be the fucking shit.
Well, they're just going to go instantly.
Yeah.
I think because they are quite... And blokes have already said they're going to buy a couple.
I don't think they'll go... by the time it launch, they'll be gone.
Yeah.
It'll just be sold out in every single
Garbs
colour.
will probably buy 100.
Yeah, Garbs will get quite a few of them. But yeah, that's my recap on
upcoming events.
Yeah.
Well, they're the two big ones. The champs and merch.
Mm-hmm.
Summer golf is upon us. That means you should be booking your next golf trip away with Golf Travel Centre. And if you're stuck for a little bit of inspiration on where to go, we have a tab on there which shows all of the Golf Supply trips that we have done with GTC and trips that we've got coming up in the future. So we've got Dundonald Links on there, Camarel, La Finca. There's a really cool place in Bulgaria called Pirin that we want to head over to. You've got all of the Praia del Rey stuff when we done West Cliffs, Junas, Lofoten Links, which is the crazy place that don't get dark over in Norway. So there's loads to see what we've done. But also, if you go onto their top 18 offers, you can see the best, or obviously 18 offers that they currently have on the website, spanning across all of Europe, Portugal, Spain, Morocco, Fuerteventura, Costa del Sol, Gran Canaria, and you can just go down and see if any of those trips also tickle your fancy. What's even easier than that is you can now use WhatsApp just to drop one of the guys a message, let them know what you're looking for. They will sort out your whole trip for you over the phone. It is as simple as that. Let's get back to the podcast. Shout out Golf Travel Centre always.
Open qual?
Yeah, I've also got that written down.
Yeah. Sam Horschel's been getting a lot of shit. Did you see that?
So I saw something and I didn't actually read the why.
Okay.
So you tell me.
Sam Horschel, as most of the tour pros do, if you're within the top 500 or 250, you skip first qualifying, you go through to final stage. That's why you've got all Lee Westwood and Sam Horschel and all these guys playing in them. Can't remember what venue he was playing at, but he was like 7 over through 6 or something.
Okay, terrible start.
Yeah, awful. And by the 13th hole, he just withdrew.
Oh.
And everyone's saying, he's fucking bang out of order, he's in there, and that's taking someone else's spot, blah, 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 and like, you shouldn't do that, it's unprofessional. Just look on the flip side of that, just playing devil's advocate. I don't think it's right, I don't think it's wrong, purely for the fact of, I think you need to give these guys a little bit of grace in comparison to if it was an amateur who got through to second stage and then just binned it off, or even a mini tour pro or a lower tour pro. These guys, their time in between events is invaluable. So I'm guessing Horsfield probably lives somewhere over in America, I would guess.
Yep.
There'll be some form of live golf event coming up in the near future, and that's a global tour. So what's the point in here? This would be my argument for Sam if I was putting myself in his shoes. He knows he's not going to qualify now. Does he battle it out and try and get back to some respectable score? Then he still has another 18 holes to play in the afternoon, lose the whole day, or do you just bin it off, catch your early flight, go over to chalk it off, you're not going to qualify? Their time is so, in between events, their time is so valuable that he could get an earlier flight, or he could, do you know what I mean? Like I personally think it's different to, I can see both arguments, but I don't know, I feel like they just need a little bit more leeway because their schedules are extremely busy and they've got places to be. And whereas like me, if I got through to final, played 7 holes, playing like shit and just binned it off, then I've had a big sulk and a brat.
I mean,
to them, if they're not going to qualify, then they know they're not going to qualify.
I would say like what the scores are never that low, are they? On the like even after the 36 holes, like he is good enough to end that round level par, highly unlikely, and then shoot. Who say don't shoot 600 in the next set of 18 holes?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it comes to like.
But it's in his head.
He's definitely not out of it. He's good enough to do that. But ultimately, what it comes down to is,
does he think
his
he can
decision?
Do that? Yeah, but does he think he can? You can say that. Like when we played at, won't ruin any videos. When we've played recently, if you used to say to me when I've been over par, no, it's all right, that's because you birdied the last 6.
No, I
can't.
Well, it's down to his caddy to be able to control his head. But ultimately, I would just say, it's down to him. Who cares? Yeah. Why would anyone care?
Well, I think the uproar was because they get automatic exemption into final stage, and there's someone else that potentially.
But then if I was him, I would just say,
I'm a top 250
I've earned to get into this.
Yeah.
So if you want to, even have that chance and be better than me next year.
Yeah, but you know what social's like. People have like a massive uproar. But I can see both sides. I would like to think if I was Sam, I wouldn't do that. I'll just grind it out and see what happens. But if there's an event coming up, or if he's got somewhere to be, or he might have looked and there was an earlier flight that he could catch, which gets him home. Because sometimes you've got to stay over and lay over in these things. There could have been a flight that could have got him home. It's the likelihood of him qualifying would have been low from that point. Yeah. So he's obviously just made the decision to go, well, I fucked it. That's on me. Might as well just withdraw and go. I don't know what he done. I don't know if he caught an earlier flight. I don't know. But that would be my guess at why he's just went, no, fuck this. Like, there's no point.
I think so Peter Finch obviously got through first stage. Congratulations.
Shout out, Pete.
I think it was 6 over after the 36, and he was like top 44
at Dundonald.
Out of like, I think it's like 70 odd that go through at Dundonald. Yeah, but he was like top T44, T42. Respectable. Yeah.
Well, the only one out of the social media people that made it through to final stage, and I think he's the only person ever to actually get through first stage.
So congratulations
in socials. Yeah,
genuinely.
I would have backed him to get through to to
he
finals
had a very
anyway.
up and down round. I was following his story. The guy that was covering it, he's quite funny. The guy who's doing his story. He had a lot of birdies, just made literally a lot of bogeys, and he tripled a hole, which is never going to help. But he actually made enough birdies that if he just didn't have the odd blow up, he actually would have been a lot like
closer.
Yeah, so
it's so hard though, man. Like my
36 in a day is killer as well.
Yeah, next year there's Mark. Like you can hold me to this now. I will be playing an Open qualifying next year, and my only goal in all of that is forget getting to wherever the Open is next year, or I wouldn't even get a sniff at getting through second stage. Like it would be impossible to. These guys are so good. Like, but to do what Pete done and to actually just make it to second stage, just to play 36 holes surrounded by all of these amazing golfers, is I think the dream of any amateur golfer or content creator. And Pete's went out and done it. So I've obviously got a lot of work to do on my game to do that, but that would be, with you on the bag, that would be my target. Just get through stage one.
Just that 36 hole day vibe. You turn up, 100%. There's open boards
see
around.
Your name on the leaderboards of the final staging of Open qualifying. Get through that first stage. What do you get through with a 1 under?
Yeah, like the score to get through stage one is like never. It's like some courses could be level par and shit.
Mate, you've just got to hang in there on.
We are the par supply.
Yeah. You've just got to hang in there on like first stage, because I think we almost have a benefit. People say, the creators they have more pressure because people watching their scores. I don't give a fuck. People see our videos every single week, but I shoot. Like I don't. Well, maybe some creators feel that way. I wouldn't feel an ounce of extra pressure that someone's going to look at the scoreboard and go, Ash from the Golf Supply shot 8 over today, or Ash from the Golf Supply shot 2 over, or whatever it might be.
We shot 18 over in Portugal, and you posted the video.
Yeah, at Westcliffs. Yeah, so I have
can't be any worse than that.
No, it can't be. I actually played nice.
Yeah, so it won't be any worse than that next year. So.
It won't be. So I don't think that's a pressure. I actually think that content creators going into them tournaments, I think we have less pressure because it would feel like I'm just doing another YouTube video.
Yeah.
I would have Jake filming, I'd have the team there, I'd have you on my bag.
Yeah.
I would be able to turn off from that a little bit more and actually focus on the golf. But I feel like at least I'd have other stuff on my mind apart from some of the people turning up there. They are so lasered in on wanting to do well, wanting to do this. I'd do myself an injustice, and obviously you as well, if I said I wouldn't want to do well. Of course I would. I'd want to go there and shoot the lowest score on that day, of course. But I actually think it takes pressure away from the creators. Like people say, but everyone's watching Finch's scores. But do you think Finch cares?
No, we shouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
And you're a...
He may have, only because last year he had that big score at Hesketh, didn't he?
So?
And I know you don't give a shit. You could shoot 92 last year and then this year not care. But some people's mentality is a little bit different.
Yeah, maybe.
But you shouldn't care.
I think that would be, surely though, that would be Pete putting that pressure on himself that he wouldn't be the what other people are thinking.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it's just him saying, can't
I don't know. I feel like you've got a bit of an edge having the content creation side of it, because you've got an additional reason for being there. Ultimately, it doesn't matter from a content standpoint. If you do really well or you do really shit, you've still played in Open qualifying, you've still made the video, you've still gave it your best shot, whatever it is. So I feel like it's a bit of
I'd love to slog that second day out.
Oh man, it would be fucking so cool.
You'd have to have some form of fitness regime come out to it though. Just something, just get them legs pumping, boy.
Yeah.
On the bike or something. We'll have to get a bike in there. You hate walking as it is now.
I wouldn't mind if I didn't have to carry my bag. I can just hit my shots. I've got no drama in that. It's the carrying of the bag that does me. It really is.
You'd be mentally exhausted as well. Start thinking.
Yeah.
We have to do a few like 54 hole days and stuff just before.
We'll do the Macmillan, like 72 holes of golf to try and lock in or something.
It would be cool though. It
would be
an experience. Wouldn't it?
It would be sick. But yeah, next year we'll 100% do it. And just I honestly think if you go in there and you float around level par, you've got a chance.
Got a chance. Yeah.
Try and nick a couple of birdies. Try your best to keep which in my game up until the last 4 or 5 months was my strong point. If I can get back to. I don't make doubles. It's just I hit a bad tee shot, but I'll knock it back out. I hit it onto the green. I'll make my bogey. You play bogey golf, and then I putt half decently well on the day, and you can float around level par. You've always got a chance in Open qualifying first stage, just to nick a couple, and just hope that the field, like enough people in the field, don't have absolute burners.
No,
shout out to Pete. It was good to see someone actually get through to final stage, and then not only that, make a really good account of himself in final stage as well. So, Shout out, Mr. Finch.
Talking about like not caring what people think or this and that. I've never watched it before, never watched any of their videos, but recently come across, only because it went viral, one of them, that whole Rigs from Barstool Golf, Foreplay Golf, wherever they are, the hater series. It's actually genuinely really funny. There was this like really brash guy, and they pop up like all the comments, like ping, ping, ping. They've been sending DMs and comments for like years, and then they invite them out and they have a match, and it genuinely is like really fun. That Riggs actually seems a really nice person. I don't know. I mean, he played good in the video I watched, and then apparently there's one that's just gone viral again. It's a 25k match. They accept the bet for.
Yeah.
He's like 20 over or something.
Yeah.
And the guy beats him with 19 over. I mean, he plays off 5, but yeah. I mean, it's quite a funny concept, I think, because we always say, like, if you get someone out, they will like melt on camera.
I don't think we get it. There was one guy I remember that used to come up on TikTok all the time that used to give us a lot of shit.
Yeah, we don't get like genuine like.
No, we don't get repeat.
Ash ain't a scratch.
Yeah.
We don't get like, even if we played really bad, we don't get like what's
repeat
the word?
Offenders of just.
What's the word for that? Not when you're really toxic on social media. There's like a word you're known for.
Keyboard warrior.
Keyboard warrior, yeah, but I can't think what it is. But yeah, we'll go. Yeah, fuck.
Oh, I want to know now.
You know, like when you're
troll.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, troll.
Yeah. We don't actually have many trolls.
No.
Maybe we will when we get bigger and that. But like, I feel like the Four Brothers could do a series like that because, like, obviously,
Dex
gets a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So he should just start inviting some of the repeat offenders on.
Yeah.
And if he wants to shut them up, should do it.
Yeah. It's content that looks after itself, that, and it's so.
Yeah.
It's you're going to stick around to the end, and because it's also the dynamic of they don't know each other, and then how's the person? You've got so many things. How's the person going to react when they actually see him in person? Can they actually back up their shit? Can Riggs actually beat them?
They do it sick. They like pick them up and that. So they start the vlog from like in the car.
Yeah, sick.
And he's like, so why do you send like? And he's like, why do you think he swings shit? Like, and they don't back down. And
he swing his shit though.
Yeah, he like yeah. They have this like massive build up, and then they play 18 of either stroke play. I think the other one was match play and that. But yeah, I just saw it going viral, so I had a peek, and they were actually playing the second to last one in Arizona, which is hopefully where we might be heading to. And it looked fucking hot.
Yeah, it's
and I checked the Met Office now, and I've never seen a shade of red by the number as that.
More than Dubai?
Like blood red.
Is it?
Like right now we're hot, right? And if you go on Met Office, it's orange red.
Yeah.
Scottsdale, Arizona is blood.
Does it turn blood when you get to 40 and above?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like hot, it starts going a little bit dark around 36.
Yeah.
But like 40 onwards is like,
I see blood.
Is that red? It could be brown.
Blood.
Yeah. It's hella hot.
Well, hopefully, because obviously we're now PXG members. Well, not hopefully, we will be going out to Arizona because Scottsdale's their head office, and
apparently it's mad, isn't it?
Bob actually has his own golf course there, which is only open to PXG employees, staff, and friends and family. And it looks fucking insane. And hopefully, fingers crossed, from the internal conversations we've had with the team, not to spoil anything or give anything away, but we're going to organise to be out there, which will coincide with all of the PXG staff players being there to do their media duties. So we're all going to be, there's going to be like a sweltering pot of nap time and everyone else. Zach Johnson, if he's still with them, all of the PXG players, and you best believe that me and Westy are just going to like 5-shot challenge all of them.
I just want GSGC swing department merch on and long drive competition against Nap. And
Westy goes.
I just want to be sweating. I want beads coming off my face.
Westy goes, when we spoke to PXG about this, the first thing Westy said, I was like, obviously Jake Knapp will be like, hopefully we can do a video of Knapp, because I just think what a golf swing that
it's
boy.
Just cool as
yeah,
fuck,
it's
man.
fucking so good.
It's
It's
so quick, but so tempo.
So unlike anyone else's golf swing, just so unique and so
Whippy.
beautiful at the same time, just flowy. And all Westy are going is, I just want my GS clothes on.
Yeah.
I just want to be standing on a range. Because I was like, no, I went, he fucking bombs it as well. Like, we hit it like 360-ish in the air. And Westy was like, that's out in America. I was like, yeah. But like, he bombs it. And Westy was like, nah, I want to get him on.
I just say we just fucking like swing department up. I'm riled for it. I just think it'd be so funny. Like, you know when you hit it and you're shouting.
Don't be funny. You wouldn't be funny. You'd be fucking fully locked in.
I basically want to recreate the Bryson versus Kyle when Bryson went to long drive 2 years ago, and they had that like they hit and they turn around because they know it's a good one. They're like, ah! And then they're like, 2 more balls left. I want like intensity, and we'll see if he'll wear a swing department t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know if he's
have a word
to any of them. But yeah, Westy was just infatuated with in 41-degree heat in Arizona on the range at Bob Parsons Golf Club, just to have a pure long drive session with Jake Knapp.
That'd be so good. Wouldn't it?
It'd be such good content as well. Yeah. Just we won't take our tops off. Though. Yeah. Well, you can. I'll probably leave mine on. I don't want to get burnt.
No, I'll leave mine on as well.
Do you reckon Jake would take his off?
Oh no, we'll lose him if he turns sideways.
Yeah.
Talking of like hitting it long and big hitting, one thing that I wanted to touch on, and I think you should all go and try, if you're a follower of the channel and you watch our content, you know that my weak part of the game is getting off the tee, and more specifically driver. Yeah. So I struggle with like closing the face. I won't bore you, but I close the face, yes. So I rat it left is my miss. Or like if I try and alter that, essentially I can't slow myself down. My tempo is just my tempo now. That's it. I can't slow it down. And the driver just gets me in a pickle. So I didn't initially get fit for the secret weapon when we went for the fitting at PXG. Hit Ash's like only a couple of times. I was like, yeah, right, I think it's going to save me. The boys sent me one out to Ash's specs as well, and it has revolutionised my game. So what I will say is, no matter what level you are, if you're struggling with driver at the minute, I'm not the best fairway wood, so it's not like you have to be good at hitting fairway woods either. I just need you to go and try the PXG secret weapon, a mini driver. But I can only account for the secret because I haven't actually hit any of the other mini drivers.
I have, and completely unbiased, and this is genuinely unbiased, I've hit the Callaway Elite mini driver, I've hit the R7, and I've hit the TaylorMade burner.
Yeah.
And now I've obviously got the secret weapon.
You couldn't hit the burner very well, could you?
Put into one side that the PXG is fit for my spec, so obviously it's going to have a better chance of performing better, of course, than the others that are just sent out off the shelf. The one thing I would say, which the PXG absolutely shits on the other brands for, is the speed off of the face.
Mate, it's hot.
Yes, and it's not. I can't. It's
so
so
much more
fucking fast.
Yeah.
Can't comment on if it's any more forgiving than the others. I literally hit 6 balls with them for Instagram reels for Golf Bidder. So I've done absolutely no in-depth testing with this, but I have hit multiple balls off of the face of all 4 of them clubs, and it's not even close. The sound and just the visual speed that the PXG comes off. I'd actually love to get the TrackMan and look at the ball speed on
when it comes hot,
the secret weapon in comparison to them other ones, because I would bet a pretty penny that the PXG is noticeably hotter off the face.
That initial like 50 yards I think would kill somebody quite comfortably.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like what I would say is I've used it for about now 3 rounds maybe altogether, and I've hit it all across the face.
Yeah.
And I hit 1 rat left actually straight away at a recent video I won't ruin, but other than that, I've not had any ratters.
No.
I've not had any slices. I've missed the fairway, right?
Yeah.
But like it's been an alarm issue slightly. I've had no slices. I've had no hooks, which for me is just mental. That club alone has genuinely revolutionised my current game and my current big Achilles heel. So genuinely, guys, I don't think the mini drivers are gimmicks at all.
No.
You should like I tee it up a little bit higher than people say, and I just same swing as mine. I don't do anything different.
Yeah. It's super impressive how well you're.
And that secret weapon actually looks the bollocks, just blacked out.
It is nice.
Go and just Go and hit it.
Try it.
Go and have a go is all I would say.
Definitely try it.
You'll see, this will be out for the recent videos, but you'll see, you'll have actual evidence of how different I am off the tee now.
And I was saying to Westy, leading on from that, a video that we filmed yesterday over at Hollingwell. I'm not going to talk about anything in the video in detail because obviously I want all of you to watch it and enjoy it. But I feel like, boys, you've heard me not moan, but be honest about where my golf game's been over the past few podcasts. I've spoken about it in recent content. I've spoken about it. Nothing major at all, but I've tried to get out a couple of times and just work on a few things and try and get some form of like mental purpose of what I'm doing back in my golf swing. Because I went through a big period over the last, since a baby was born and probably a couple months before then, not hitting a single golf ball unless it was turning up to go filming a video. So I had, when I say zero swing faults, not getting lessons with Craig, not hitting any golf balls in and around content, literally turning up, going onto the range if we can.
It's not a good place to be.
No, before a round. Sometimes we don't even get to go on the range before a round. And then going out onto the golf course and just playing golf. So my golf game was honestly down shit's creek just because I just wasn't working on anything. I had no... And I've got written down on here like how to actually get better at golf because I wanted to touch on this as well because it's something that I think might help some people who just genuinely want to get better at golf. And this is for all handicap levels. But yeah, I just weren't hitting any golf balls and I love practicing and I just wasn't doing it for valid reasons of being busy with stuff, but for whatever reason. But I just took the time recently to go do a little bit of putting, to go out and just play 9 holes, to drop 5 or 6 balls in the fairway and work on a few things. And I haven't been down to the range, so it hasn't been like proper dedicated technical work. Had one lesson with Craig who just pointed out a few things and almost reminded me of what I used to do or what I was trying to do back in the day. And just like I put a recent reel out over Thorndon, played 9 holes after just doing a bit of practice, shot 3 under. It was bogeyed the last. Just effortless. I had like I won't bore you with what the feeling is, but I just had a feeling back in my swing of where my hands need to be at impact, getting my time in there, and just something that when I turn up onto the range, something for me to think about doing onto the golf course, right? But I've got a bit of a mental block that I need to get over at the minute because I'll turn up at North Foreland, I'll go on the range, I'll fucking flush it. Like, I could drop a tea towel over the balls with 7-iron, 8-iron, 6-iron. I'll pull driver out, hit 3 or 4 drive, like, mega, because I'm all I'm focusing on is what I've been trying to do over these, like, last few days of, well, couple of weeks of trying to just figure a few bits out. For whatever reason, I get onto the golf course, and I've maybe put my finger down onto one of the things yesterday where, with regards to strike, is... I've got like this block on the golf course where whatever I do off of it, I get onto the golf course and it just goes to shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of that will be mental, won't it?
Yeah.
Because like you say, sometimes if you get stuck in a rut, particularly with golf, you definitely get on your own back, and then you just like whether you're on or off camera.
Yeah.
And all you're like, no, I can do this, and then you don't do it, and then you're like, oh, hang on, what am I trying to do? And then you lose the feel, you forget the feel, and you're like, if I could just go back in the range and hit 10 balls, you'd find it again, but you can't because you're in a round of golf now.
Yeah.
And it's just, golf is one of the hardest sports, isn't it, to try and get yourself mentally back into it. But
I'm happy to say that I know that with just a little bit more time now, with a couple more like off-camera practices and stuff, even the way I finished Hollingwell yesterday, like I had that feeling back. How I started at North Foreland, I was in the groove, like I was... Everything was clicking to what I'd actually worked on. So hopefully my game's going to get back there. But the reason I've said that is because I'd wrote down here how to actually get better at golf. And you've got a million different professionals or golfers or whatever it might be commenting on, do this to get better at golf or do this or do that. I honestly think my one bit of advice to get better at golf would be, and it's what I'm going to start doing when I go out on the golf course, is... have a play around with your swing. If you're getting lessons, of course, listen to what your coach is saying. Work on them drills to get into correct positions, whatever it might be. But if it's putting, for example, and you're trying to improve your putting, get onto the putting green, hit a few putts, etc. As soon as something feels good and you get results off that feeling. So if you're putting and you've got a 6-foot gate set up and you're trying to hold 6-footers or you're trying to do leg putting, whatever it is. We all get that feeling of when you're on the range or when you're on the golf course on your own practicing, where you're like, fuck me, that felt easy. Well, that was nice. Yeah. That's good. If that feels repeatable, I can do that again.
Yeah,
you get into that flow state and you can actually start I went over to the Warren, and you've got 190 yards to that par 4 on the back, where it's like after the shithole that goes after the first, second, third that goes up the hill and round to the corner. Yep. The fourth, where it's a blind tee shot, then you hit down into that green. I dropped like 6 or 7 balls down there. It was like 185 or 190. It was slightly downwind and it's firm. So I was hitting 8 irons, trying to hit them into the front of the green, let them roll out. And I might have even dropped more. I might even have dropped a dozen balls. And I was hitting them, and I found a feel. So then I went and got my balls, went back there and filmed myself. And I literally looked down the barrel of the lens, and in super slow motion, I spoke to myself in the camera and was like, what I'm feeling here is to the top, weight shift to the front, get my left hip back and try and get my hands into the pocket of where my left hip is. That's going to keep the shaft lean forward. That's going to neutralise my face. I'm not going to hit anything left. If anything, a bad one, I'm going to push out to the right. So I'm going to take the left-hand side of the golf course out. And in super slow motion, I'd done it whilst talking to the camera, explaining exactly what I was feeling in that moment.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to do something and then forget the nuances of exactly what you was feeling at that moment in time.
That's what coaches do, don't they?
Yeah, they'll film
your swing, but they'll commentate it.
Yeah, but I think it's one thing a coach doing it, because they're relay. It's almost like Simon Says or Chinese whispers. You'll say one thing to them. Everyone's feelings in golf is completely different. So if I say to get my left hip back, I'll feel one thing to how you feel about getting that left hip back. So it's all well and good a coach writing down saying, right, what we've worked on is you're going to get your left hip back, or you're going to get a bit more depth into the back of the swing. That means a billion different things to all of us. So just take the responsibility and the ownership of yourself. If you go do any form of practice, whether it be chipping, just notice that my chipping got a little bit better. Yeah, like I wasn't pulling stuff.
I think your game is like you've explained it there. Is I definitely you're in a rut for a magnitude of exactly what you've said, valid reasons. And I think we said in a video, Thorndon, you had like not played any golf, and I literally was there like 6, 9, 12, whenever that spree for me was. And it's like, it is so shit, and so hard to play this game if you're not hitting any golf balls. Because you've always said to me, to be fair, like back when about 3 years ago, and I was like, well, I'm actually going to take this as my like solo hobby. So I go to the range a couple, and you're like, if you can get out and play golf, it's best to just go and play golf. Yeah. And I literally do what you do now. If I've lost it, or go to the range or go on the course, I have a notes page and I write down the 2, 3, 4 things I'm actually feeling. And if I ever feel lost, I just bring up my notes page. So I look at it for a second. And I'll just remind myself.
Yeah, it's honestly, I can't urge you to do that enough. And I would even say more so than a notes page is invest into a tripod. £5 tripod off of Amazon, or wherever you can pick up something that you can prop your phone on, and whatever practice it is you're doing, putting, chipping, irons, drivers, whatever it is, as soon as you feel that little eureka moment, whether it be the right thing to do or wrong thing to do, if you do it and it repeatedly gives you good results, so you make a load of putts, or you hit loads of good chip shots, or you strike your irons, or whatever your goal is of trying in that moment, as soon as you find that range eureka moment where you're like, I can repeat that, I can do that, take the time to get your phone out, get the tripod out, and speak to yourself on the camera, and in as much detail as you can, and visually by showing, recite what you've just done in that moment, and then go back and do that again, and do that again, and do that again, and you've got a catalogue of feelings to refer back to. Because I've been on the course where I have a feeling on hole 1, and not only do I stop doing that feeling by hole 7, I forgot what the fucking feeling was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you said that. Yes, it was either yesterday or North Foreland. You actually said that. You were like, I can't even remember. It was North Foreland. You started good and you went, I can't even remember the feel. Yeah. You said, I had a really good feel and I can't remember it now.
Yeah. So, and I know for a fact it's not, you've said that before, where you felt something, you completely forgot what it was that you was doing. So, I just like, hopefully that helps some of you out. It's something that I'm going to be big on now, and also going to hold myself accountable and responsible to actually start getting out and practicing, because part of the channel for me is I like playing good golf. I love, even though I haven't played great in videos, I've still, hand on heart, daughter's life, I love all of the videos that we make. Like when we're out there, whether it be a break 150 or records, if I play good or bad, I still have the best time. But part of the enjoyment of golf for me, the same as everyone, is, and my level might be slightly lower handicap than other levels, is I like to try and shoot level par or better.
Yeah, just play the best golf you can.
And I haven't been near that. Like,
now is the time, because we're in a great period being in the UK, England specifically.
Yeah.
That the weather is good and we're in summer. How good is summer and twilight golf? It not only makes me feel a lot better when I feel the sun come through the window, I pull out them blackout blinds in the morning and like I love that feeling.
Yeah, same.
2, you've got more hours, whether you've got 20 kids, 2 kids, 5 kids, got more hours to try and toy around.
Yeah.
To get out, even like I says, run out for an hour, and yeah, I just love this. I mean, I get sad at the thought that in a couple of months we have to.
Gone. Yeah. Fuck me. That's
so make the most of it, and then golf just becomes hard. You haven't got like twilight rounds are actually class, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, hopefully you're watching this podcast and not just listening, because on screen right now I'm giving you a quick sneak peek behind the curtain of the Golf Supply Golf Club. So we've got all of our chat features in there. You've got the Rat Chat, which everyone's in 24/7 just shooting the shit. Locker Room covers all of your clothing, hats, balls, bags, whatever it might be. Tech Heads is all for equipment. Golf clubs, what people are using, what people think's good, what people think's bad. And we've just added the Marketplace, which is a buy, sell, trade, swap platform for all of our members. If we go onto our homepage, we post behind the scenes vlog content of days when we're filming. You've got our monthly giveaway for July there, which is our Jones collaboration bag. More BTS content for you there. The monthly winner for June's giveaway, which was the PXG tour bag. Shout out DC. We've got some range stuff that doesn't really get posted onto Instagram. And even more so, we've got our full-time golf coach in the club now, Craig, who gives free swing analysis and tips weekly. So just head over to the Patreon app or the website. Go to Find a Creator, search for Golf Supply Golf Club. You'll find us on there. Click down there. It's £10 per month to join. You get access to all of those features. We hope to see you in there. Back to the poddy.
But it's fucking coming back, man. Anyway, once a week on the Golf Supply podcast, we scour the Golf Bidder website to find you guys at home the best deal of the week. So this is the segment of the Golf Supply Golf Club's best golf bidder deals of the week. Westies went for the Ping PLD DS72 milled putter in the satin finish on Golf Bidder. These things RRP at £400. So you're getting a saving of almost 50% off. The condition on it is very good, as you would expect with putters. I mean, someone has to completely obliterate a putter for it to get really bad. The satin finish PLD, we're big fans of PLDs.
I love it. I'll literally just put them with your old one there.
Yeah.
They're very chewing gum off the face.
Yeah, very, very good
and
putters.
They look the bollocks. Swinney from the golf club has got a very good looking PLD.
Yeah, what's the DS72? It's a very similar-ish shape to that. It's like the John Rahmy half moon back style, and in the satin finish as well. So if you're in the market for a putter, they're getting more and more spenny with lab and counterbalance spiders, and even the PXG Zero Torques and stuff. They're all quite expensive, these putters. So if you want something that RRPs very expensively at £400, but is going to come in your wallet at £238, then I think, or we think, sorry, should I say?
Should buy 2.
Yeah. And then maybe try and flip one on Vinted for a bit of profit. And it would actually...
Shout out Shippo. He'll do it. He'll flip that for you.
Yeah, Shippo would flip that for you. So I think putter-wise, Westy's gone for the PLD, which is a strong choice. I've gone for the QI10 Max Fairway Wood, which is retailing at £160. It's retailing on Golf Bidder at £160, £289 new. So you're getting £129 saving on there.
Pretty good.
And kind of widely regarded, Max, you could be used from all varying handicaps. And I think across the board, the TaylorMade fairways are widely regarded as some of the best on the market.
Especially those QI10s.
The QI10s, over the QI35s. They were like very, very popular. You see them in a lot of uncontracted golfers' tour bags, which usually tells you all you need to know about the club. And I think for £120 off what you're going to pay new, and arguably an actually better performing fairway than the newer release of the QI35, if you're going off of tour, then for 160 quid to get yourself into the previous model QI10, which is actually the better performing one, I think is a very, very, very good deal. There are your Golf Bidder deals of the week by the Golf Supply Golf Club podcast, and let us know in the comments if you end up buying one of them.
Yeah,
I'd be keen to know. We have got Westy Golf Supply Golf Club Q&A point. So another thing to be a member for. Yeah, thank you, Andy, for sending these across. Just another reason to be a member. You get to jump onto the Q&As with us. So got some here, Westy. I'll read them out for you. Coming in from Garbs. I'll only do one question from each person, so then we can actually get through the 11 questions that are on here, unless there's like a really good one. Garbs has asked, favourite naan bread, and why does Ash think a naan bread is called a pitta?
The story behind this is one of our link ups, 36 of us played at Essendon 2 weeks ago, and then after the round of golf, we went for a curry together. Favourite naan, chili cheese. Ashley's going to say Peshwari.
Yeah.
And you did request, can we have some more pita bread, which was quite funny.
Yeah, but I do it for the comic value. No one gets my dry sense of humour.
I think that time wasn't.
No, what? So you don't even get it. You're my closest person.
That time, I think you actually did ask for pita.
Oh, that's how well I do the sarcastic, dry humour, then, isn't it?
Yeah, still waiting for rice though.
Yeah, still
that curry was actually really nice.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a good Indian restaurant.
So your chili cheese,
chili
naan.
cheese, and your Peshwari.
Yeah, chili cheese has nowhere near as much flavour as the Peshwari.
No, it's good though, man.
I don't know. It just feels like it tastes like a bit like bread to me.
I love that lime pickle that night as well.
Logs has asked, Scottish Logs, weirdest fucking cuisine that he puts into the golf club every day. Bizarre, really. Most underrated and overrated or overpriced golf courses played so far. Start off with most underrated course we've played so far. I know what one I would go with.
Underrated. Just keep it in this country, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to go Littlestone for underrated. Just because I hear no one talk about it. Before playing it, I'd heard no one speak about it.
Weirdly, is third or fourth in Kent, just after Royal St Port and St George. But I've never heard of it.
I'm going to put underappreciated then because no one talks
about it.
No,
and underrated. Because just because it's ranked there, but still no one spoke about it. So no, I agree with you.
I'd go Littlestone.
That's a pretty good call.
Overrated golf course? Underrated golf course.
Underrated. I never really heard anyone talk about Northants. And that was fucking... Have you heard of it? You might have.
I'd heard of... Oh. Yeah, I'd heard it because of Justin Rose.
And that was unbelievable the other week. So, yeah, that maybe. Overrated.
I would maybe put, controversially, I'd maybe put JCB.
Oh, really?
As overrated. What
are your reasons
for? I played it in peak conditions, the best that golf course is ever going to play, with the live event being the day after.
Yeah.
But I just think for a golf course that was built from scratch, the course design was really annoying.
Okay.
Annoyingly poor in places with loads of blind shots that didn't have to be blind. Way too many blind shots that didn't have to be blind. There was a stretch. There's quite a big stretch of holes there where they're a bit uninspiring.
Yeah.
There's some obviously 17's a signature hole. 1's brilliant with all the water down the left. 2's okay, but people put JCB as Wentworth level because of the exclusivity and the difficulty to play it. And don't get me...
And Liv being there now.
And Liv being there and Rick making it a bit of a sacred place. And so it's a good golf course, very good golf course. And I haven't played it out of tournament conditions, so I presume they keep it in very good condition all year round. But as far as once you've actually played it, for how much of a pedestal and what it's compared to, I'd maybe say JCB.
Yeah, I suppose mine isn't that hard to get onto. It'd probably be very easy to get onto, but I found the Inspiration Club very overrated. I only say overrated because it's not on a pedestal, but it was hyped and a lot of people have heard of it, and it's this inland links in London, and it's only 6 miles away from Buckingham Palace and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Brand new thing, and it, for me, didn't wow me. I do believe that in a few years' time, when it sort of nurtures itself a little bit, then it will be better. And once they're a bit more set up, then I actually think it has potential. But the current time I played it, I'll probably say that.
Leachy has asked, who is the most boring celebrity you've played with and why is it Stephen Hendry? No, he was alright, to be fair. I didn't find him boring at all. I was actually quite... The thing is, from my interaction with Scottish people, is they are very on one level.
Yeah,
they just are. Unless you're a mad Scotsman, you're on one level. I found him really interesting to play with at times just because of his professional background in snooker. So I like picking the brains of people and finding out the background. Most boring celebrity we've played with,
we haven't really, because we try and the people we play with, we know that they're going to be fun.
Or if we've usually every single time, apart from we've spoken to them prior. We've got to know them prior. So I don't, no one.
I don't know.
Has there ever been a video where we've been fucking hell?
No.
Jay Noble has asked, what's your favourite course in Dubai you've played and why?
Good question. I'd like to go back and definitely play some more. I really need to... Well, we really need to go back and...
That Earth course.
I just want to play more out in Dubai, to be honest. Because I think, maybe coming into like this winter or the winter after, where both games are in a better spot anyway. I just feel like I want to play more of Dubai. It felt a bit rushed when we were there just because of the nature of the trip. So I'd like to go back to Dubai where it's just us.
I think best course we played, hands down, was Yas Links.
Yas Links. Yas Acres night golf was pretty sick.
Yeah, Yas Acres.
Yas Links, for a magnitude of reason, was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Listen,
I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I didn't massively rate. I enjoyed the Els Club, the one that I played on my own. I thought that was cool enough golf course. Wasn't anything that took my breath away. It was good. It was a good golf course.
Yeah.
As far as like overseas golf courses go, I'd happily play it again. In the drop of the hat. It was only really Yas Acres night golf because it was actually pure. The condition was really good.
Fucking good, yeah.
And it was night golf, and it was the first. Well, no, we'd played the one. Faldo course.
We had a sick video, and it was good.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed the night golf, but I wasn't overly inspired by any of the golf courses apart from Yas Links that we played. Really, if I'm being completely honest. Ben's asked, "What's your favourite donut?" From the Krispy Kreme lineup, you can go if you want.
Biscoff's good because Biscoff's really nice. But do you know what? Them glazed ones are good. Even the ones that got like a different variety on, not just original glaze, but like, you know, the little topping circle.
Mine's
ones.
the glazed raspberry, where you got the raspberry jam in the middle.
Like, there was like a pistachio one that we actually had, or like,
Ads has asked, if you dedicated your life to golf from a young age and stayed committed, would you be a tour player, and if so, which tour?
Well, no, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be either.
No.
I doubt anyway.
I hardly doubt.
Probably Clutch Tour if I wanted to. If you dedicate from a young age, I'd have played on Clutch Tour.
I mean, I suppose if a lot of people that play now are anything under like 10 handicap, if they were maybe played for 18 years, you could probably argue, they might actually be in pro. To be fair, if you've got there playing twice a month and not practicing golf,
what tour would you be on though?
No, not like tour. Like I'm talking
you'd be on
like
a low
mini tour.
Should golfers start celebrating like footballers when they hit a big bird or an ace?
Some do. But they don't start putting their tops up and shit.
An ace they do.
Golf's not... Yeah, ace. There's not really like... People are getting more animated, but it's not really that sport where you start running around like to the crowd and like...
Nah.
Putting your T-shirt over your head and that.
Especially not for an eagle. I mean, I think it would be a bit weird if you were that... I mean, if it's an eagle to get you in the lead of a tournament or...
They do get animated when they win and stuff, don't they?
But
throw their clubs around.
I don't think... they shouldn't be like fucking knee sliding or anything.
Not going to the crowd like bowling it and the pins fall over and that.
Start like doing fucking celebrations around the flag like it's the corner flag. No, I think that would be a bit corny, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the time and place for this sort of shit. But thank you for your question.
Yeah.
Ollie has asked views on traditional etiquette and making golf open platform with more accessibility and relaxing rules / expectations.
We say this, don't we? We talk about this a lot. There's clubs that genuinely warrant full traditional, and I'm happy to go there and be full on traditional. I actually enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But some clubs, I don't think you've earned the right to be as traditional as you're trying to be.
Yeah. And I think there's some traditions that are just outdated now that need to just go. When we played Hollymore yesterday, it's tuck your trousers in, you chuck your shirt in, sorry. So that's fine. That's a tradition. Yep. There might be that you'd like no shoes in the clubhouse, like golf shoe spikes in the clubhouse. There's whatever it is, but there's other ones with like female fucking thing. Not even just for the sake of my fucking hair. I really don't understand.
I think the hat thing's weird.
I just think it's bizarre.
I think the hat and the mobile phone thing is weird.
Yeah,
I get you want people to be social.
Yeah,
but like, why do you need to tell people to be social?
Yeah.
If they want to be social and talk, they will. If not, they might be doing work or texting their kid or doing an email. Like, who fucking cares?
I also a bit against the you can't wear white socks unless they're
I don't really get
high. Like any sock rule, I think is fucking bizarre. Just because I don't know, I just think it's weird. Yeah. But clothing side of it, if you have to be wearing a collared shirt at some golf courses, if you have to have your shirt tucked in, if you need to abide by whatever these old traditions are, or if it's we're just a 2-ball course, or we're just to this, we're just to that, then I'm all for it. If your golf course is like that.
I think more courses should now say like, I'm going to use Toot Hill as an example in Essex. It's a green fee. And it's very like, you'll see the clientele there. It's not very many old people. They range from 20 to 30 and it's groups of lads. I think more courses should feel okay about saying, you can play this course in T-shirts and shorts.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's our 10 pence on it.
GSGC T-shirt.
Yeah. What you need to do is go in, when it releases, is head over to www.thegolfsupply.co.uk and pick up some actual fucking golf lifestyle apparel that you can wear down to the range.
We'll force our way onto the golf course.
Yeah, and it is relevant, and you can wear it to Toot Hill hopefully in the future, but it will be a golf relevant T-shirt. or hat or towel or Jones collaboration bag, or you just want to join our golf clubs to get involved in the fucking rat chat or the golf days or the monthly giveaways or to pose a question, completely up to you. You've been watching the Golf Supply podcast. This is episode 25. That is a quarter of a way to a century.
Yep, and halfway to 50.
Yeah.
Congratulations all you viewers for getting us to this point.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. As always, we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope we've made your drive home a little bit shorter or your toilet break at work a little bit longer. Whatever way you want to look at it, we appreciate you. And if anything else have we missed?
No, thank you, and you're welcome.
You are welcome. We'll see you in the next episode of this podcast or on a golf course somewhere around the UK. Thank you, and good night.